absolutely cannot get into medical school with a low GPA, but your low GPA is not you, and your low GPA is not permanent. So you must make a change so that you can change your GPA. All right, guys, what up? Dr. Pinesett here, the pre-med productivity expert, and today we're talking about low GPAs and what you should do. And I'm going to tell you the story of my student who had a 2.8 GPA and got herself into medical school with a little help from me, but mostly with her hard work. And if you're a low GPA student, you're going to want to watch this video so you can figure out how you can do it just like she did. And I want to start this video by saying, listen, if you're a low GPA student, I know people are telling you you can't do it. You go on sites like studentdoc.net and they tell you that you can't get into medical school with a low GPA. And the people saying that, even though they sound mean, they sound malicious, they're telling you the truth. You absolutely cannot get into medical school with a low GPA, but your low GPA is not you, and your low GPA is not permanent. So you must make a change so that you can change your GPA. And so I want to encourage you guys, all you gotta do is make that commitment to be better, then get better grades, and then you will get in. And so with my student who had a 2.8 GPA, she was a student who was not planning on going to medical school, was actually on the arts side of campus, you know, the dance, music, drawers, all those people, but that's a real word, drawers, okay? She was on that side of campus, and so she wasn't planning on going to medical school. Grades really didn't matter for her. She just wanted the experience, and also she wanted the degree so she could pursue her career in that artistic study. And so she went to undergrad, got a 2.8 GPA, was doing her thing, was a professional in her industry, was awarded, was celebrated, was traveling around the world, but just simply wanted more, right? Just like, man, I need more of some challenge in my life. And I feel like medicine was something that would be that challenge. And so she wanted to get into medical school. And so she reached out to me and said, you know, you've helped other people do this. How can I do it? My undergrad GPA is 2.8. And I said, 2.8? Ooh. Ooh. I said, okay, not the worst I've ever had, but really, really low. And it's going to take a lot of work. So before we get together and we formulate a plan, all this kind of stuff, my question to you is, you spent 4 years creating a terrible GPA. Are you willing to spend 4 years to create a stellar GPA to get to medical school? She thought about it and said yes. I said, I'm in, then 100% I'll support you. And so the first thing we did, we sat down and I said, I've already got you to the point where you acknowledge you're gonna have to put some work in. But in order to do that work effectively, we have to acknowledge also that you are the cause of your bad grades. That you did this because you were undisciplined, because you didn't focus on the grades, because you had bad study habits, etc., etc., etc. And so she acknowledged that, and we set out and said, well, you're gonna have to do another undergrad. So she was gonna do another bachelor's degree, but before we had her do that, I said, before you do that, because we don't want to repeat those same habits, we got to break what you were doing before. We got to recreate you as a new studying monster. And so I sat down with her and taught her how to study, how to be effective, how to get the job done. And then she went into her bachelor's program, knocked it out of the park, did stellarly, got almost all A's, which I told her she needed. And that's the other thing, right? If you guys are going to have a low GPA, to counteract that, you're going to need almost all A's. And to get almost all A's, you need those study skills. So anyway, so she did well in the undergrad, but her major was public health because that was something she was interested in. And she liked it so much, she was like, man, I love this. I want to kind of maybe stick with this. I said, you should absolutely do that. I have a master's in public health. Either go get another degree or go work and do something. She said, I want to get another degree. So she went and got a master's in public health, which for you guys who don't know this, master's degrees don't help overcome low GPAs. I have a video about master's degrees and what they mean for pre-med, so check that out on my YouTube channel here. But she went and did a master's in public health, loved that so much that she then went and did an internship with the World Health Organization, from Whoville, and she worked for them for 2 years out in Australia doing international public health work, and loved that and did a great job doing that, but still was decided on coming back to medical school. So she came back, she did a 1-year post-bacc program, did her post-bacc, applied to medical school, and I'm happy to say she got in on her first attempt to a West Coast US medical school, MD. So imagine that, from a 2.8 GPA to being on the West Coast, which everyone wants to be, right? We know West Coast is the best coast. We all know this, okay? And so she's out here on the West Coast going to an MD program from a 2.8 GPA. And I want to encourage all you guys, you can do this, but you have to be willing to work. You have to be willing to change and become a new person and have new study habits and new study skills. And if you need help with that, I have a course called The 5 Pillars of Studying Less and Getting Better Grades. It's a comprehensive system that's going to rewire how you go about studying, so that way you don't have to study as much, but you're going to be much more effective in how you go about studying. And you're running laps around people. So I have that course for you guys. And then in terms of if you're a low GPA student, you're watching this video and you want more advice on exactly, okay, what's the difference between a post-bacc and a master's program and doing another bachelor's, and can I go to community college to make up these credits? I have videos on all that stuff here on my YouTube channel. So take a second, subscribe, turn on notifications so I go live on here all the time. You can catch me, ask me questions, or engage with me. So turn that on, like this video, and then go searching for those other videos on my channel so you can get informed, be in the know, and get into a medical school with your low GPA. Don't be discouraged. I'm here for you. I got you, and I'll help you get there. So thank you guys so very much for joining me. It's Dr. Andre Pinesett, the pre-med productivity expert. My website, I have amazing courses for you guys, premedproductivity.com. Check that out. And then, like I said, come back to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. I'm helping you get to medical school in the least stressful way. That's my goal. That's my mission. So I'll see you guys next time. No excuses. Just dominate, y'all. That is it for this episode of Dominate Pre-Med. Show me some love by commenting in the box below and taking a second to like this video. Be sure to visit premedproductivity.com to learn more about my empowering courses, pre-med coaching, and live events near you. While you're there, grab a copy of my free ebook, check out my blog, and sign up for a free webinar. Being a pre-med doesn't have to be filled with uncertainty and stress. You have greatness inside you. Let the pre-med productivity expert show you how to unlock it so you can dominate pre-med and get into the medical school of your dreams. I'll see you next time.